Welcome back to Live Reactions, and I am John Cam, back with another video. Now, this video, I want to talk about a discussion that I had with my significant other. We was pretty much one day in a bar, and we was talking about some topics, and one topic in particular was about being born an alcoholic. And before I get into it, I'm pretty sure she's not gonna like the fact that I'm probably even talking about this, but I kind of want to know what people think and how people think. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm doing this video, because I really want to know what people's opinions on these topics that I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. Let me take this earpiece out because I don't really need that. But yeah. So she was talking about how some of her family members were born alcoholic, and I was like, I don't think you can be born an alcoholic. And she agreed that yes, you can be an alcoholic, born an alcoholic. And I'm like, I just don't believe that this is even possible to be born as an alcoholic. The only way you can be, I mean, it's not even the only way you can be born an alcoholic. The only way you can become an alcoholic is through a learned behavior or your environment, what's around you. So it almost got heated to the point where she didn't want to talk about it anymore. She almost got upset, but I'm like, it's not that serious. I'm gonna look it up because maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong about this. So I looked it up. Um, and actually, let me look it up again because I don't remember. But I looked it up on the phone, and it was stating that the first thing it stated was you can't be born an alcoholic, right? Let me see. Can you be born? It's still in my history here, so I'm gonna go ahead and click on it and see what the first thing that it says. Now we all use Google as a more of a factual thing. If you don't believe in Google, then why even go here, right? What would be the purpose? But everybody goes to Google, so we're gonna use Google as the actual factuals. All right. So let me read on it. So the first thing it says the first thing that pops up when I read it, it says because of the interaction of genetics and environmental, a person cannot be born with an alcohol use disorder. Now they call it alcohol use disorder. Is that what they really call it? Alcohol use disorder or abuse? I would call it abuse of alcohol. That's what I would call it. But anyways, the next part it says although people can have genes that predispose them to developing an alcohol use disorder, genetics only account for approximately half of a person's overall risk. So it's not saying that you can be born with a alcohol addiction. But I believe some people actually think this is true, that you can actually become an alcoholic from birth just because your parents drunk alcohol while you was in the womb. I really think people think that. Now I did dive deeper in it. I'm not gonna dive deeper in it now, but they was trying to say that it was some way where they can actually be alcoholics coming from the womb, genetically, and I guess because of the amount of is it the amount of alcohol? I think it's something about the amount of alcohol that you intake that can make you, genetically an alcoholic. But most of it was just saying that you cannot be an alcoholic. It only can be by the environment that you in, because you're constantly seeing it, and of course it's gonna make you an alcoholic if you constantly see this day in and day out. I would like to know, and this is a short video, nothing big, nothing special, but I would like to know what you guys think about that. Do you believe that you can be an alcohol right out of the womb? alcoholic right out of the womb? Or is it a more of a environmental thing or a learned behavior from watching other people drink or just starting to drink and then you just continue to develop the habit? Because I used to smoke and let me tell you a funny story about that real quick before I leave. Right? I don't know if it's funny, but it's a story nonetheless. So basically, I started smoking, and the reason why I started smoking around when I was 19 or 20, something around that. I'm 43 now, right? So I done stopped smoking a couple years back. That's a whole nother story. But anyways, I started, and being young, y'all, you do dumb things. I'm not gonna lie to you. Being young, you do a lot of dumb things. But I started smoking because I wanted to understand why people or how do people get addicted to smoking, because to me it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense how people can get addicted to smoking. So I decided to pick it up and just try it out. And for the first like couple months, it was like, okay, this is kind of like a, I don't smoke all the time, so I'll smoke one here, there, here and there. It wasn't all that. But over time I started developing a habit of constantly picking the cigarette up. But it wasn't because I was born smoking cigarettes. It's because I just wanted to know why people get addicted into smoking. And once I started smoking, it became an actual habit. I couldn't stop smoking. Hell, smoking tend to take away food cravings. But you know what? I think I'm gonna kind of save that for another topic. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to add that because an addiction cannot be inherited. It can't be inherited through genes. I don't believe that. But if you do, let me know if you believe it can be inherited in your genes and why. Why would you think that it can be inherited and you can be born an alcoholic? Other than that, if you like this video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Share if you dare. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.